Hi everybody, happy early Canada Day. Today we are going to make Canada's most favorite cocktail. It is truly the most multicultural and multinational drink in the world, I think. It was created by a mixologist from Calgary named Walter Schell. In 1969, when the Calgary Inn was opening a new restaurant called Marco's Restaurant, it was an Italian restaurant, Walter was asked to create a drink for that. His favorite dish on the menu was the spaghetti vongole. So in celebration of the clams and the tomato in that drink, the Bloody Caesar came into being. 400 million Bloody Caesars were consumed by Canadians last year. That's every man, woman, and child in the country drinking one a month. It's incredible. Romance around the story of Walter, of course. We always want to hear about the creator of it. Born in Montenegro on the Adriatic to a countess who died in childbirth, was sent to Italy to an orphanage where he was raised by Jesuits. He then went to Switzerland where he learned his trade in the hotel and bar business and then wound up in Calgary, of all places. There are earlier examples of this cocktail. There's a recipe, it goes back to about 1900, that used clam and tomato. And there's actually one in the 1951 Betty Crocker cookbook. But I was reading Michael Platt, who's a great writer in Calgary, a Calgary Sun, I think, said that what Walter did with this drink was he did what Henry Ford did to the car and what the Beatles did to music. He took it, made it his own, created it brilliantly, and it has become our national thing. As I said, it is truly multinational. It's about the ingredients that go into it. Horseradish from England, Worcestershire sauce, wasabi from Japan. You can add kimchi from Korea, chipotle from Mexico, jerk from Jamaica. I've had tandoori from India. And so you can put in anything and everything, truly Canadian. Take all the best from all over the world, put it together, and that's who we are. First thing we're going to do is we're going to rim this glass, but we have to say the magic words in order for that to happen. Oh, Canada. And look at that. What to my wondering eyes had appeared. Now, we did say the magic words, and that's how it happened. Now, this took a little bit of time to achieve, so that's why I wanted to just kind of, with the magic of film. What I've done here is I have, the Caesar is normally rimmed with celery salt, but I thought we'd try something a little different. What I've done is I've rimmed the glass, dipped it in some maple syrup. We've got some great maple syrup from Maple Grove Farm. This is from the Beamishes. They're up near Mount Forest. You get it at the farmer's market here in Orangeville. There's all kinds of great local maple syrup. They're all spectacular. Go out and buy like 50 gallons of each because they're terrific. So dipped it in maple syrup, then dipped it into crushed bacon. I suppose you could use bacon bits if you had them kicking around, but I grilled the bacon with some maple syrup, broke it all up. So here is our glass. So let's start this drink. First thing we want to do is add a couple of ingredients. We're going to add an ounce of lemon and lime juice, a half an ounce of each. I like to mix that together. It gives it a little more bang for the buck. And we're going to use Iceberg, Canada's vodka from Newfoundland, Labrador. What could be more Canadian than that? We're going to put in 2 ounces into there. That's fantastic. Now, we're going to add, again, I like this drink a little bit to the spicier side, so govern yourself accordingly. I'm going to put in about a half a teaspoon of horseradish. Ian, that was for you. I know that's your favorite. I'm going to put in about a half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I'm going to add some pepper. I don't like to add salt to this drink because it's with the bacon and all that kind of stuff. We're going to add some Worcestershire sauce into this. Again, I like to put in about 3 or 4 splashes of that. And some sriracha. This originates in Thailand. So again, and we're going to put in a splash of that. Now we're going to take this magic. This is a spurtle. As you can see, it has a thistle on the top. So now we've made it a Scottish thing as well. A spurtle is actually used. My mother gave me this many, many years ago. A spurtle is actually used to stir your porridge. That's about the only thing it's supposed to be used for. But I don't think my mother would mind if I was stirring one of her favorite drinks with it. Okay. Great. Now, let's throw some ice in there. We'll do it a little bit carefully so as not to disturb our bacon mix. We've got a lot of ice in there. And then, of course, as everybody knows, Mott's Clamato. There's several brands. PC makes one, all kinds of stuff. But Mott's created Clamato once this drink had started to become popular. There we go. I'm going to top that right up. And Walter always said that his secret ingredient was to top it with a little sprinkling along the top of oregano. That was his secret. And there we are, some Italian oregano. Let's put on a piece of lemon on the top. And let's also put on a piece of lime, because I'm so partial to lime. And then, you know, the garnishes. Let's talk about garnishes. This is where it gets crazy. Normally, you know, you've had a Caesar with celery, maybe with pickled green beans. I've had it served with lobster. One time there was a grilled cheese. You can do anything. Put a stick in it, add a spring roll, chicken wings, samosas, poutine, sushi, anything. Go nuts and really make it your own. Okay, but in this instance, I've got a couple of pieces of my maple cooked bacon that we're just going to dress that with. There it is. We're going to put those in right like that. I'm going to look forward to eating those. There it is. Happy Canada Day, everybody. Remember, COVID-19 may drive you to drink, but do not let it drive you to drink and drive, okay? Happy Canada Day. Cheers. Oh. Canada is truly the best country in the world. Cheers.
There was a time in this fair land when the railroad did not run.